Add Astra.
Nice and spicy. Nice and spicy. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Hup. Come a little closer. Heep. Hup. Heep. Let's spark things up a little. Here. Come a little closer. Heep. 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 You're in for a little shock. He... He... You come a little closer. He...
Evil conquering!
Get out of here!
You... He...
Adventure time. La la la. Woo! Adventure time.
Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You...
Couldn't break the curse.
He...
Impossible!
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. He... 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 You're in for a little shock. You... He... Come a little closer. You... He...
I wanna go home now.
Come a little closer. Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
Get out of here! I'm going in!
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Lament!
Hup. Hip. Yep. Hup. Hup.
Get out of here!
Disappear!
Come a little closer. Yep. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
La la la, da da da.
Yep. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Everybody stand back! Get
Try
out
not
of
to
here!
enjoy this too much.
Useless!
You're in for a little shock. Yep. Come a little closer.
Everybody
You're in
stand
for a
back!
little shock.
Get out of here! Woo!
Get out of here!
Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday as well? You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Benny's adventure team, I have failed you.
things up a little.
Cut to the chase.
You're in for a little shock.
Cut to the chase.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Let's spark things up a little.
Cut to the chase.
Come a little closer.
Speed of light.
Come a little closer. My. You're in for a little shock.
Everybody stand back!
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
to the chase.
Come a little closer. Let's spark things up a little.
Let's light it up!
Come a little closer.
Incoming.
You're in for a little shock. Surrendering
To
will be
the
gentle.
chase.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Right idea. Wrong time.
There can be no excuse for defeat.
You're in for a little shock.
We go!
Come a little closer. Try not to enjoy this too much. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
This is just my luck.
Come a little closer. 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 You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Retribution!
Come a little closer. Let's spark things up a little. You're in for a little shock.
Nowhere to hide.
For retribution!
Going in! Let's light it up!
Come a little closer. Surrender and be gentle. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. Try not to enjoy this too much. You're in for a little shock. closer. Hup. Heek, geek. Hup. Heek. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Hup. Come a little closer. Heek. 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 Huh? You're in for a little shock. Try not to enjoy this too much. Yep. 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 You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. Try not to enjoy this too much. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Nowhere to hide.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Surrender and be gentle.
Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
Come a little closer.
Don't blink.
You're in for a little shock.
Don't blink.
Come a little closer.
Faster.
You're in for a little shock.
Don't want to be sealed back up.
You're in for a little shock. Surrender and be gentle. My. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Speed of light.
Come a little closer.
With sword comes shadow.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Let's spark things up a little. You're in for a little shock.
I will not go quietly.
Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday as well?
Yahoo!
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock. Let's spark things up a little. Come a little closer.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Come a little closer. Surrender and I'll be gentle. You're in for a little shock.
Brace yourself.
Come a little closer. Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty of time for work later.
Hello, Mr. Matt.
Rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
It's nearly time for afternoon tea.
Huh?
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
Don't want to be sealed back up.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. My, I knew I should have stayed home. It's nearly time for afternoon tea. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. He Come a little closer. He He Come a little closer. He
Higher, higher, hands on fire! Light it up!
Surrender and I'll be gentle. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Light it up!
Retribution!
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Oh, sorry, I had my mic off. Oh,
Come a
you
little
know,
closer.
usual trying to
You're in
farm
for a
good
little
items
shock.
for Ganya. Well, the thing is with the artifacts is that the substats and the main stats are different for the crown and the cup. Um, they can change a lot. Yeah, the crown, the cup. The flowers are always HP and the feathers are always attack. But then the other three relics are either attack, defense, and I think energy recharge. And then the cups is where you can get like bonus increased cryo damage. Yeah. Really? I have or you? Oh. Okay.
It's nearly time for
Oh no.
afternoon tea.
Not the recruitment center. You know it's really? Mm. Sounds like a scam. Oh, um, I've been watching this one guy, Joshua. He's on YouTube, and there are some people that are like, "Well, we'll pay you after the
Oh, is
month."
that here someone?
Yes. Hello, Matt.
Oh, hey, sorry, I had stepped away from my PlayStation.
I understand. You had to make a cup of
Yeah, I know
coffee.
you do. Oh, fuck, now I do.
Don't worry,
who else
Matt.
do we got here?
We have Mr. Mike.
Crazy Jose. Mike. Mike was the Dragon Prince guy, right? Sorry, I'm bad with...
Uh,
that... No? Am I
no,
mixing them
no.
up?
I think that was Zika.
Okay, sorry, Mike. Shit, I'm so bad with names and shit.
That's okay.
Sorry, guys.
Like, I don't blame you. Like I
He
even
added me though, right? Zika?
I think he
Add me
did.
as a friend? Because I remember he tried to and it was like fucked up. Yeah, okay, he did. Was Zika the one who fucked it up?
No, no. We were talking about our friend Brendan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm playing so much catch up. I'm like, wait, what?
Rain outlines your fate.
Really?
Oh shit.
Doesn't he have PlayStation Plus? It's free right now. Oh, well then well, now he's an idiot. Don't. Yeah, for me it's like
Body and mind.
If the scratch is on the screen? Oh, yeah, I wouldn't buy it at all if it's on the screen. No offense to the guy, but
wait, will that work? Yeah.
Time to act.
definitely. I think ours, the one that docks, we put the screen protector on, and the screen protector has a couple of scratches even on the sides, because I don't know if you guys ever saw that thing where people were complaining about when they dock it, it would get scratched, and Nintendo was like, no, that doesn't happen. It happens, but it's like, you know, if you put a screen protector on, it protects it.
Yeah, but not a whole heck of a lot. Like, I'm sorry,
No,
when
it
you're...
protects it fine.
I
These
mean,
aren't like big scratches. These are just like little, like, this is the
scuffs?
kind of shit that you could buff out if you wanted to, but it's on the screen protector, so who cares? Just swap that out. These are just eyesores type things. They're not actually on the screen. They're on, because the screen protector goes beyond the screen to the edge of the, I don't know what you call it. It's like the border around the screen, because like the actual screen that's stuck in there, there's like that black border around it, right? That's still part of that piece of material. It's just, it's not a
Yeah.
screen. So that's the part where, and it's on the screen protector though. It's not on that thing. But that's the part in the black border where these lines are showing up. So they're just an eyesore more than anything. Like they don't affect the screen itself. But I have 2 Switches, so I don't care. I don't play that one very much. Katie, when what was it? Not Harvest Moon. Animal Crossing. When that came out, you can't have multiple saves on one Switch. So she had already started. You can have multiple like villagers, but you can't have your own town. Yeah. So around that time, I went out and got a Switch Lite as well. Yeah, and also, which I barely play it, but yeah. How do you like it? So I've played about 8 hours of it, so that's why I'm curious. Yeah. Yeah, I think I finished chapter 1. I think that's where I got to. Or yeah. Well, that was the thing. So I really liked Bravely Default on the 3DS, but I don't know. I just couldn't get into Octopath. Like it wasn't a gameplay type of thing either. It was just maybe maybe it was like not the right time kind of thing, like or I wasn't in the right headspace. But I haven't gone back to it yet. I still intend to eventually. Yeah, oh definitely. That one's super grindy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing too is like, it's a game that doesn't have, and this isn't a criticism per se, it's just kind of an observation. It doesn't have like an immediate feedback loop. It's like a slow burn type of thing. So to sit down and play a session of it, you can play a whole session and feel like you didn't really get anything out of it. Yeah, so and that's kind of like just saying that as like lead up to. I feel like I used to like big long games like that, but nowadays it's not to say that I don't play certain games for like, you know, crazy amounts of hours, but generally it's games where I feel like it's a shorter experience than just playing a lot of. It's like Persona 5 was the last huge one I played. Well, right now I'm playing Neo, the first one. Which I don't know how long it is, but generally, like, a mission, you know, if you finish a mission or two, that kind of... It feels like you finished something. Yeah. Well, I don't know about how short, we'll see. I don't know how far I am, but, the second boss took a long time to beat, and that was just the second boss. And then the third boss was just a joke, and I don't understand this game's balance at all. Oh, nice. My girlfriend's playing Strikers. I gotta get to both of them eventually. I played the original Persona 5 all the way through, and it was awesome. And that's why I haven't started Royals. I'm like, oh my god, that game was 120 hours long. And Royals supposed to be longer. Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. That happened to my friend as well, but he never came back yet. I talked him up on it, and then it was on sale for like 20 bucks when it went on PlayStation Greatest Hits. So he picked it up, and he played it up to that point, and he still talks about how he loves it. It's such a great game, and I'm like, why haven't you gone back to it? Yeah, well, he's even said that, like, he doesn't know exactly why, something else must have came out or something, like why he fell off of it, and now it just feels like a big thing to go back to it. And now he plays a ton of Fortnite, so... Oh, nice. You can tell Morgana to fuck off when he tells you to go to sleep. Can you actually?
No, my sword.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, my sword.
One with my blade.
Oh, nice.
Ring cutter.
Okay, that's amazing. That was so annoying in the old one. Yeah. Hmm. Nice.
I ride
Yeah,
on
I'm definitely
wings
gonna get to
cloud
it
of light.
eventually. Because I did really like 5, the original. I started playing 4 though, so and I kind of did what you just said about 5, where I beat some of it, and then I've kind of taken a little bit of a break, but not because I don't want to finish it. Just like there's so many
One with my
things
blade.
vying for my attention, I guess. And that one's the problem with those games for me is they feel very like um not like a chore per se, but I feel like I need to like prepare to play them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's
Uh,
like there's so much like strategy involved in like fusions and maxing out like the right relationships and shit. Yeah, I should get one. Sorry, Andrew. I know you
oh
haven't
no, that's totally fine.
done
Like
any of the Persona
it's
stuff.
one of the reasons why like it's a little hard for me to get into the Persona games because they're just so massive.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get back to 4 tomorrow. Oh, Dude, okay, so like, what I would say... You know what, shit, that doesn't even work. I was gonna say that PS Collection, but that's only on PS5. Um... Yeah, Andrew, you gotta play Persona 5. Let's just leave it at that. It's only $20 now, which... Well... Yeah, I would agree, but I'm just thinking like, in terms of like... Well, not that, I mean... In terms of trying to convince somebody to pick it up, it's easier to say, hey, this one's only $20 versus... Because Royal's like, what, 80 still, or Canadian? Yeah, if it's still on sale, Andrew, get Royal. Oh. If it's not on sale, Andrew, get regular Persona 5 at some point.
Yeah. Persona 4 and a little bit of Persona 5 anime. Like don't get me wrong, I love the Persona series, but it entrenches me a little bit too much because I am a person that is of the old school Persona 4, where you can actually get some really, really broken characters, but you have to go in and out, being like, okay, I want to select this character, I want to select that character. Okay, those stats don't work. Go back out, then redo it all over again. But the Persona
What?
4 in Persona
Sorry,
4,
I don't know what you're...
okay,
I don't understand.
so when you're fusing two monsters together, for the
Oh,
original
okay, no, I understand now.
Persona 4,
I thought you were
um,
talking about
Ice
the
Husk.
teenagers. I got confused.
yeah, you fuse the
No,
teenagers
because your
together.
characters are teenagers. I thought you were talking about those guys when you said when you got to get one character and then the other character. I didn't realize you were talking about the
The fusion
personas.
systems. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like going into the TV world and coming out and going in the next day, and I was like, that's madness. You only go in once.
yeah, and then you hit level 99 and then you're done.
Add Astra.
Well, you have to finish the story, but
Story smorgy.
I feel like you can't really say that for those games. Personally, I feel like the story is like a core pillar of Persona.
Oh god, yeah. Is that everything for my alt? I think that's everything to do for my alt.
Smithing text, summoner's candle. Oof.
Guess I can see what I can do for Diona. Okay. Got some new artifacts. Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
So,
I'm actually like switching between Neo and Neo 2.
mm,
'Cause I have Neo 2 remastered on PS5, but if Katie's playing Strikers, I come in here and play Neo 1 on PS4. So it's like I'm kind of progressing through both of them at the same pace, but I'm playing different builds and it's kind of hard to keep track of.
fair enough.
I'm probably playing like absolutely awfully.
I still believe in you.
I'm pretty sure I'm like literally the worst player in this game. Earlier I was playing Neo 2 and I'm not kidding, a side mission took me like 4 hours. And it was a very short side mission. It was just very, I don't even know if hard's the right word. But now that I've finished that side mission, I can kill one of the heavy demons non-stop without ever taking damage, or at least without ever having to heal, as long as I have enough space to work with. Like, I got really good at fighting that one guy, because this mission, what would happen is you would leave your checkpoint, and then there's this one guy you have to kill, and then after him was when stuff would start going south, because there was another one of him in a tight area that you didn't have enough room to work with. Or
Okay.
there was this other enemy, the Wheel Monk. And the Wheel Monk
Oh yeah,
is
you were
just...
telling me about him.
Well, I was fighting him in Neo 1, and in Neo 1 he wasn't too bad, but Neo 2 he kicked my ass so much. So I was just... If you look at how the level's designed, like that side mission, you're actually meant to avoid the Wheel Monks.
Okay.
There's plenty of side like paths you can go around to stay out of their way. But you have to get past 3 of them to get to the boss doing this, and
Oh.
it's getting past them isn't the bad part. It's all the stuff you have to fight on the side paths that kind of balances it out. It's like, oh, well, you're not going to fight them. Well, then we're going to throw this other shit at you. And it was always, I'd get to the boss and already be halfway down my supplies, and then the boss would destroy me, and then I'd have to start the whole thing over. So trying to save supplies, I got very good at fighting that first demon without using any. I don't know where we're supposed to go, but...
Attack HP, critical rate, that's not too bad.
Is this chick just gonna help me? Alright. She's gonna help me by stepping on the trap.
Oh, wait.
And actually, the second side mission that I did this afternoon wasn't as hard, but I got really good at fighting this other enemy that was giving me a real hard time yesterday night. So, or I shouldn't say real good. I got better at fighting her. I discovered that I can block. There was one move that this enemy does that I constantly would get hit by.
Okay.
Because I come from Dark Souls and Bloodborne with these kind of games, so I would always try to dodge away from this move, like get out of the way of it. But it's this snake woman, and the move is like a large sweep where she does like a tail whip.
Okay.
So she's a big fucking snake. You can't get out of the way. Like, unless you already had the distance between you to start, you can't make enough distance if you were just attacking her. But I'm learning now that Neo is not like that. Neo is very much more about, like, sometimes dodging is the right move, but sometimes blocking is the right move. Because when I would block that attack, I'd already be, like, right up in her face to do my own attack back at her, and suddenly she was a much more manageable monster.
Too bad you don't have, like, um, like in Onimusha, counter.
There is a counter, but it doesn't work on everything. There are
Boo!
specific attacks that enemies will do where they will glow red first. Like
Okay.
they'll like have like a little red flash like effect on them, and then they'll do an attack. And if you hit the counter button at the right time,
Yeah.
um, you'll do basically a riposte and parry. Otherwise, you just do like a block, or you just get hit because you pushed it too late.
Okay.
But yeah, I think these games have really like. Just, are you kidding me? Come on. I'm so dumb. That was such an obvious trap. These games are really growing on me. Because again, I really like Bloodborne and Dark Souls 1 and 3, so. And Code Vein, that was pretty good too.
Yep, your anime waifus.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with those.
Nope.
This guy get pissed off when I attack this thing? Is that what does it? Why is he getting up this time? Ooh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that game was so polished to begin with too, so I can't imagine. It's got to be pretty freaking good. I have
Uh,
not beaten Persona 4 now.
I've only beaten it with the incomplete final ending.
Persona 5's twists were pretty freaking great too. I don't want to spoil them for Andrew, but
I know, it was the coffee all along.
no, there was a part where I was like, "There's no way that they can make this make sense," and then they did. Yeah.
Yes, the last airbender.
I think Andrew is actually taking a dig at Korra.
Maybe a little.
Yeah. I watched the first season and it was okay, but there were a lot of things I was not particularly a fan of. Like, okay, so like the one thing that really bugged me is, yes, I know that the actual Asian world at the time went through that kind of technological revolution because a bunch of shit was brought in from the outside world. So it happened in such a short span of time for them, and I get it. It makes sense in the real world. I found that very unbelievable in the context of the show that these characters that had lived in this feudal society for eons, suddenly they had this jazzy city with these cops that had like basically tanks and shit. Oh, exactly, that's Korra.
Yeah, Korra. Yeah. So like there was some technological like advancements because of the Fire Nation. Like yeah, technology was starting to bloom. But like within the lifetime of Aang, like they have robots that we don't even have. Like, okay, I understand metal bending does exist, but still, like, I do have to agree. Like, it is a little bit over the top.
I just found that far-fetched. It was hard to get invested because of it. I did finish the first season though, and it wasn't the worst thing ever.
I
Like, I
finished
did
it all.
enjoy it.
I finished it all. Because when I went to Anime North, we actually met the writers and the creator, and they're like, "So, what do you guys actually want for like to see in the new seasons?" And I was asked the one question. It's like, look at Bolin. Like, I hate the fact that Mako got to have so much character development, but Bolin is in the bar getting drunk off of noodles. Like, that was so degrading to him. Like, me personally, I'm like, Bolin, yeah. Bolin had so much of a character, and he was automatically nice to Korra before even realizing she was the Avatar. And he was like a genuine person. And then as the series went on until like the later series, he just got shit on.
Well, yeah, because it turned into just fan service, right? Like, and don't misunderstand what I'm saying here.
Lizard tail.
I have heard about the seasons that came after, and I guess at the end, Korra hooks up with this woman.
Asami.
Yeah, and my understanding is that there was no actual precedent for that before, before it happened. It just was kind of like, oh, and then this happened. And I don't misunderstand. I'm not saying that, oh, that shouldn't happen. I'm just saying that that should have been set up if that was their intention, because as it stands, from what I heard, it just sounds like fan service, effectively. Like, oh, we saw some people on Tumblr who were doing some shipping and we wanted to appease them. That's how it reads to an outside,
like honestly,
person.
Asami's storyline has been really good, but I did feel like it was a little heavy-handed. Like, oh yeah, of course Korra is talking to Asami and not talking to anybody else. It's like, well, that kind of seems out of left field.
Yeah,
Like,
again, I don't know much about the character, but my understanding is that there was no romantic build-up between them before the finale.
No, there wasn't. There was no build-up. But it was
so
like
to me, that just feels like we saw that people were shipping these characters, so we're gonna do it.
You know, these
Uh,
two people are like, I want these two people to be together.
Shipping is when people on the internet make posts or content like videos or fan art that depicts two characters in a romantic relationship that may or may not, typically is not part of the story already. So, or two characters from two separate media that they may feel are a good fit for each other. So, like, for example, Naruto and Sasuke. If Naruto and Sasuke were gay lovers, that would be a ship.
Now, technically, they did kiss, what, in the first or second episode?
I don't know. I just know that Naruto kissing Sasuke is a meme.
No, that is actually true. Are you
Yeah, well, that's kind of the key with any media is mainstream is what sells.
But I still think, you know, Naruto and Hinata was definitely a really good match.
Pay your dues.
Like,
Well, I don't
like the
know
build
much
up.
about Naruto.
Okay.
Sorry.
I
only know the meme. I only know the meme of Naruto kissing Sasuke.
Yeah, genuinely like Naruto. Yeah. But when it came to in Shippuden, when Sakura said, "Naruto, I love you," even Naruto called bullshit on that. He's like, "I hate liars." I'm like, everybody knows that Sakura only did that so Naruto would not go after Sasuke.
Pay your dues.
Oh no, like even Kakashi was like, okay.
You know what, actually, Andrew? He probably didn't change his intentions until after that kiss would have been in the publication, because probably he changed it because of negative reception to that after it was published in the manga. That would be my suspicion. Well, I'm just speculating here, but like, from my understanding, I've read some interviews with the guy who made JoJo actually, and he talked about how he added the stands because at the time everyone was doing these tournament arcs because they were copying Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball just had a really successful tournament arc, and so then everyone was doing tournament arcs, and his publishers were suggesting he do tournament arcs to keep JoJo fresh because the readership had never been that high for JoJo in the first two series, and basically magazine space is at a premium. So at the time, and they might still do this, but Shonen Jump or whoever, I think it was Shonen Jump, they would send out basically like fan surveys in the magazines, like mail in and tell us which series you liked the best, or like which ones were your favorites. And then people would mail in and say basically I like this or I didn't like this or whatever, right? So in order to get people to like his thing, he ended up doing the stands, and that was a hit because where was he going with this? So basically he didn't want to do tournament. But anyway, how that ties to Naruto is effectively just the idea that it probably is a case of you know, he probably tried to do Naruto and Sasuke, and that's why that was in there in the first place. And then it didn't have good reception, so then he didn't want to get canceled, so he changed it. That would be my guess.
Look at me. Just once.
And that is just speculation. Like, no source or anything.
Like, I still think in, like, after watching most of JoJo, like, there are times it's like, is this person trying to make me feel something towards men? Because, like, all the guys are, like, super sexualized a little bit.
I think that more just comes down to his art being very flamboyant, because I know he's very popular with, like, the fine art community and the fashion world as well.
Mm.
So I think that really is more just his art is very flamboyant. And hey, like you said, it gets your attention, so if nothing else, he's a master at knowing how to keep someone looking at his art.
Born of ice and...
Whoa, why do I have so much Amrita? That might be an amazing mission to use for grind. Oh my god. Because you get an NPC like follower in that mission, and she basically will do the mission for you.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah. I ended it with like 30,000 Amrita, and I don't know where I got all that from. Oh, there's another mission.
Ooh, a piece of cookie.
Well, okay, so I was just doing side missions because I've got like this game is like set up like Dynasty Warriors, where you have like the world map and you pick missions.
Yeah.
But I finished all the main missions in this region in Kyushu,
Okay.
and now I've got a boat that'll take me to the next world map, to the next region. But I was trying to round out all the side missions before I get on it. I know I can come back, but I just figured let's get them out of the way. That looks like it might be a boss fight.
Prepare yourself.
It might have a boss fight.
Can't run from death.
Yeah, let's take that. I want to get to the point where I can respec my character too, because I've been kind of like all over the place with my loadout. I feel like the game is a tough game to begin with, but I feel like I'm probably making it harder on myself by not having a good consistent loadout, or like, you know, what's a more streamlined loadout. Like I feel like I'm kind of spreading my stats thin and stuff, so I'm not doing as much damage as I could and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, yeah, I got a duel with this guy. Oh fuck, this is gonna be hard, isn't it? Oh my god. Because this guy was the boss of the third mission, but it wasn't really him, it was like his ghost. But now the mission is to fight, it's gonna be hard, isn't it? Oh yeah, this whole mission is just a boss fight, so... Whew. Motherfucker killed me in 2 attacks.
Yeah, the boss was using auto aim.
He might have been. Jeez, that one hits so hard. Andrew, I have not even gotten a hit in on this guy yet.
Bobby, you speak English. That's impossible.
Yes, I got hits in. Oh, fuck. Oh,
Over here.
he hit me back though.
The more, the merrier. For Rex Lapis. Let me amuse myself a little. Blink. Over here. Born of ice and frost.
No!
Man, I love my Ganyu. Character that I have in Genshin Impact.
Yeah. Oh, this guy. Oh my god, I can't even, I'm on my fastest stance. This guy is so fast. Okay. Again, I guess.
The guy's using hacks, I know it.
He's not using hacks, he's just fast. It's a boss, it's not a guy.
The boss
This
is
is really-
using hacks. I won't accept anything less.
No, he's just fast. Oh, but that's not fair. He has a sword attack that's like, you pretty much have to dodge it. Because if you try to block it, it consumes all your ki, and then you're like, you can't move, right?
Ooh.
And then he impales you because he's right there. My god. I don't know how to beat this guy. Like, I've damaged him, but not nearly enough that, like, compared to how much he hits me, it's nowhere near the point where this is something I could actually finish.
Then there's only one thing to do. Is get a gun.
I have a gun.
Next on the agenda, no touching.
You think I have time to aim a gun? This guy's so fast. Hey, there ain't no gun aiming going on here.
Next on the agenda,
I'm gonna try a spear. And which stance that has the jab? Okay. Alright, we'll try it. He has like a crossbow or something? I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's just some shuriken or
no
kunai.
touching.
He's a samurai though, so he shouldn't be using ninja shit. But yeah, he's got some somethings that fucking me up a little. There it is, the thing that I can't do anything about.
Now, is Neo as forgiving or as unforgiving as Sekiro?
I have barely played Sekiro, so I can't say.
So, what I
The
know
little bit
about...
of that I've played of Sekiro, it's a very different game.
Yeah, in Sekiro, you can actually lose a lot, some story missions, depending on how many times you've died.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, okay.
The combat in Sekiro is a very different beast. Sekiro is all about breaking each other's stance. That sort of is in this game, but it plays differently. It's a much more close comparison would be Dark Souls
Oh,
in
okay.
terms of the combat. I actually don't like that Sekiro gets lumped in with Dark Souls and Bloodborne because like it has a lot in common, but it has so much different that I feel like it's its own beast.
True
And
enough.
the little bit that I played of it, I don't like it as much. Maybe that'll change if I play more of it, but the little bit that I did play, I was like, Dark Souls is better. Like, I don't like that you play as a fixed character. And you play as a fixed character in Neo in the sense that you play as William, whatever his fucking name is, in the first game. But I don't even mean in terms of character creation. At least with William, you can pick like which weapons you want to specialize in, and like if you want to use magic or jutsus, and you can like find your play style, right? But
Yeah.
with Sekiro, it's like there's one play style, and I don't like that. I like for these kind of games, I like being able to find a niche that I like, or I like being able to find, you know, if
Your
a
own
boss is
way.
giving me, well, if a boss is giving me a lot of trouble. Okay, great example. At the end of Dark Souls 1, the final boss, he's really tough, but if you're really good at parrying, he's really easy. But if you're not really good at parrying, there is another way to beat him that's very easy, which is to use pyromancies, which you wouldn't think to do because he's called the Lord of Cinder. So you'd think, oh, he's not going to be weak to fire. But you can get him into like this dodge lock, basically, where he'll keep trying to dodge but keep getting hit anyways. And you can wear him down that way. And it's a little bit cheesy, but my point is, like, there are multiple ways to defeat this guy. But in Neo, it's all about just breaking guards. Like, there's one way to defeat everything. Or sorry, not Neo, sorry, Sekiro. Now I'm getting them mixed up. Neo is much more like Dark Souls, where there's like lots of stats and different, like, you know, this weapon does electric, or that one does poison, this enemy's resistant to this or that, and yokai take more damage from this weapon, but humans take more damage from that weapon. You know,
Oh,
stuff
so
like
basically, it's like The Witcher.
a little bit. There's elements of that. Dude. Kills me so freaking quickly. This reminds me of, what boss even was it? There was a boss in Dark Souls. I don't remember. There was a boss, though, that they killed me so quickly that I wasn't able to learn their attacks. I am learning this guy's, though. But his attacks are really unfair. That one feels very unfair. He's got this attack where he charges up and then he lunges at you with a spike. I don't think you can dodge it. Should probably try to dodge it next time he does it. There it is. Okay, what fucking button is dodge? Okay, you can dodge it, actually. Okay, I've got a strategy for beating this guy. It's not gonna work if he keeps getting his hits in like that, but...
We're way behind schedule.
Okay, I can deal with 2 giants.
It's not doing the attack I want him to do. That's the problem. Yeah, this one. Oh, fuck, I interrupted it. Now he won't do it. I've got really cheeky strategy, which is basically just... It's not going to work if you can summon his dog. My really cheeky strategy that would work, except I'm paralyzed now, so I can't do anything. He burns his stamina really quickly, and then if you get a hit on... this is kind of the Sekiro thing, actually. The one thing this game has in common with Sekiro is there is a guard break of sorts. When an enemy has no stamina, if you hit them again, you stagger them. And when they're staggered, you can do an execute on them that does a ton of extra damage. And that's kind of what Sekiro has. So that is similar. This guy burns his stamina a lot when he attacks, so I was actually able to get 2 executes on him the last time I tried fighting him. Granted, I only got his bar down a quarter of the way doing that, so they don't do a lot of damage. But it is a easy way to hit him. Or relatively more manageable.
Blaze over. Access denied.
Yeah. Literally attacking at all is getting greedy in this fight. That's the problem. Like, I don't know if you've played any of these games, Andrew. People always say, like, oh, if you get greedy, that's when you lose. Because, you know, you open yourself up to an attack.
Yeah.
With this guy, attacking is getting greedy, because he's that fast.
That's pretty messed up.
But again... Wow, that was a one-shot! Sorry. I was full health, and he just hit me and killed me in one shot.
Well, I guess he was listening to Eminem, and he only had 1 shot.
Yeah, I guess so. My attacks are just not as fast as his. Like, he can finish an attack, and it hits me, and I'm mashing the button, so I should get an attack off before he can do another one. And he'll do literally another attack as my guy's, like, preparing to attack. My attacks aren't fast enough. I don't know what to do.
See, too bad this isn't like old school days where you can be like, okay, that's it, I'm putting in my Game Shark.
No, I wouldn't do that because that's a cheater's way to play. Why would you... What's the point of playing a hard game like this if you're just gonna put in a Game Shark? It kind of defeats the purpose.
Unlimited power.
Yeah, I can understand in like some kind of silly sandbox or something. Or like if you're playing Pokemon and you want to get Celebi or Mew because they weren't in the game. I can understand those. But to use a Game Shark to cheese a game like this, that's like defeating the purpose in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
The whole point of a game like this is that it's a hard game.
So it's okay if the game plays you.
Well, it's kind of the point is to, you know, have a challenge and overcome it. So if you aren't overcoming the challenge, then that attack pisses me off because there's nothing you can do about that. If you're not overcoming the challenge, like if you're just using a cheat code to bypass the challenge, it's like you might as well just watch a Let's Play at that point because the whole point of the game is that you're supposed to overcome the challenges. Like if there was an acceptable use of something like a Game Shark in a game like Neo, it would be to like generate items because, you know, loot is randomized. Oh, dude. I feel like I'm controlling a rock compared to this guy. Like I feel like
That's bad.
I feel like I don't move compared to him.
Power cord.
Like he's got this one attack that will, I don't know if it will one-shot me or like it almost one-shots me though most times if he hits me with it. And he almost always hits me with it because if I try to block it, if I try to block it, it takes all my ki. And then, you know, if it takes all my ki, then I'm fucked anyways, because he'll just hit me with the next attack, which will kill me.
Seems a little cheesy.
It's not cheesy, it's just how, it's his mechanics. I just gotta get used to it, but it is tough. Like, really tough. Oh my god. I thought Enmo was tough. I'm second guessing that now. Like, damn vampire lady, you hard, but no, I would rather fight her right now. This is the last side mission in this area too, so I wonder if this is like a bonus. Like, it is a side boss, it's not... Okay, that's new. I don't like this moveset either. I need to pick a different weapon or something, because I don't... The spear has really bad movesets for this guy. Guess we'll go back to the sword in low stance. Try that. Oh, I get way more damage with the sword. If I time your dodges better. I'm dead. I can actually hit him with the sword, though. I don't feel like a fucking rock. Or as much. Okay, let's see here. What are we using? We're using a lightning sword against a guy who's lightning powered. That's probably dumb. So, let's see here. If I were lightning, what would my weakness be? I don't know, let's try whatever this sword is.
A touch of frost.
I don't know if that's gonna make a big difference, but... Not when his stupid little dog can... That's not fair that he can summon the dog either, I don't think. I mean, it is... It is fair in the sense that that's his moves, but... This is supposed to be like a samurai duel between the two of us, and I can't summon my spirits. Like, I literally do not have the opportunity to summon my spirits in this fight. This is set up in a way where that is just not an option for me. Man, you stop that! I've never gotten this guy lower than 1/4, like 1/4 off his bar. I've never even gotten to 50%. I can't dodge the fucking dog either. He summons his little Shiba Inu, and it like powers up and then it launches itself at you, and if it hits you, you're paralyzed. But it's like it chooses the last second to
move.
Like it determines its trajectory at the last second. So if you dodge before it actually moves at all, like before the frame where it starts to move, it will change to hit you.
Yeah, that's what I feel like playing Genshin at times. It's like the guy's jumping, I dodge, but because the monster sometimes has like this stupid auto tracker, oh, it just spins around and hits me. I'm like, how? I dodged that. Like, I thought the purpose of a dodge button is to dodge, not, oh, I'm gonna dodge, and because the monster has auto tracking, you can still hit me.
Well, no, the purpose of a dodge button is to use the invincibility frames in the middle of that dodge to avoid the attack. So if you're getting hit, it's because you're either in the path or you're not invincible at the. I'm trying to explain it right.
At the few
You
frames.
have to, yeah, you have to get hit by the attack during an iframe for your dodge to work, basically, or just be out of range of the attack. If you're not doing either of those things, then yeah, your dodge is not going to work.
Mm.
He does his lunging attack, I'm fucked, because I can't dodge the lunging attack, because it is the same way, where it also picks its angle right at the end.
Okay.